Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
I got a message today, and actually it was a notification that told me someone I admired and still admire, but someone that I followed a while back, Paul Fo, Nigeria's #1 sales coach. He favorited my podcast and put up one of my testimonials on his podcast. Now, his podcast has since changed his name. It used to be Conversations with Paul Fo. I think now it's Sales by Design or something with Paul Fo. But I really just enjoyed him talking about the law of averages and different techniques and things that people should know about their money and the way that money works and how to be more financially literate. And also the law of averages and understanding that the law of large numbers states that when we do something over and over again, a ratio will appear and we can increase that ratio, which we talked about in the episode prior. So I got this notification today and it told me something because I had sent this man over a year ago a message saying that I really appreciated his content, that it was awesome, and that it inspired me. And just today, over a year later, he posted the testimonial and favorited my podcast, which tells me that he just listened to it. Just got around to it. But it also tells me something, that you never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. You never know when you could impact somebody so that they would do something to return a favor in kind. You never know what your actions spilling out into the cosmos would cause a ripple in the universe, and that ripple will come back to you. They say that everything you do today is affecting everything you do or everything 90 days from now, right? You could use that on any realm of the spectrum. You are where you are today because of your decisions 10 years ago, right? Or 5 years ago, even 90 days ago. You will see results from the things that you have done years ago. But also years from now, you will see results from the things you do today. So what will you do today? Not knowing the future, not knowing how things will play out, not knowing if anything will amount to anything, but just understanding that if you just do something, a reaction will occur for every action. It is a law. It is not something we can bypass or skip over or go around. It is a law. For every action, there is an equal opposite reaction. You may never know what will come of your decisions and choices of every day. But if you keep making decisions and choices, different consequences and ramifications and glorious circumstances and events may come to pass in your life. You may find in time that you will reap a wonderful harvest from all the seeds you sowed and started to plant today. So thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. I pray you received a very encouraging message letting you know to never stop planting those seeds, sowing those seeds, and you will reap a harvest eventually. You never know what may come of your actions. You'll never know who may come around and say, wow, because of your words, because of your smile that you gave me that day, I fought on. Because of you, I continue. Because of you. Lay the groundwork, lay the foundation for your success with all the actions and choices that you make today. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And if this is your first time receiving this podcast, definitely subscribe for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking that support link there is much appreciated. Big shout out as always. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who donate to the podcast, making it possible for episodes like this. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night, wherever you are, my friend. And as always, take care.